But this time is different. I know in investing, when you hear someone say this time is different, you're thinking they're nuts, right? But this time is totally different because in the society that we live in, where the petrodollar is the world reserve currency, okay, we have a lot of, advantages. Those advantages, by the way, are disappearing as I'm speaking because this time is different. What do I mean this time is different? Well, normally the Fed, Central Bank of America, they're able to create booms and busts by just two levers or a couple of levers, okay? However, this time is out of their boom and bust atmosphere because if you look at, there's two layers. You have layer one, which is the actual raw resources, the commodities, the gas, the oil, the wheat, etc. Okay. Then you have the layer two, which is the banking system, the financial system, the piping lines, etc. Okay. Well, in America, we control the layer two because we can kick out anyone from our Swiss system. We can tell other people to sanction, etc. But what we haven't realized is that how much we need the layer one because we only control the layer two. And the Fed is able to create booms and busts because of a couple of levers that they pull in the layer two. What makes this time totally different is that we're in major conflict with the layer one countries. The layer one are the people that provide us with the raw materials or the actual commodities, for example, the wheat or the gas or the fuel, etc., to function or make things, right? Fertilizers that we can grow our own products, etc. And at the same time, we're in conflict with what's going on today as I'm speaking, where Nancy Pelosi is at Taiwan, getting into more conflict from what the last president did, which sanctioned the production country of the world, especially in America. When you go to every store, everything's made from China. So it started with him sanctioning, which caused conflict because when you're not trading, then you're getting ready for arms. That's how life works, always through history. Okay, it's better to trade because if you don't, then you're getting ready for war. And I've said that before. As soon as that sanction came in, I said, look, eventually we're going to go into physical, kinetic energy BS, okay, on a different level, okay, where many people, millions of people are going to suffer from both sides. Now we're at stage two, okay, what's happening with China. And China is the manufacturer of the world. Russia is one of the natural commodity providers of the world, raw resources of the world. And when you put that together, it's trouble for us in America because we're the layer two. I mean, again, when I say we're a layer two is we hardly have any factories. Now, we have a lot of factories for mass production of weapons of mass destruction, stuff like that. But, we're not making bikes here. We're not making X here. We're not making Y there. We're not making Z there. Everything is, we're a global, we capitalize, we harvest on the global trade system because we can print money from a printing press and send those monies out and actually get natural resources. We can get people's coconuts, we can get people's coffees, we can get people's bananas, we can get people's oils, we can get people's gold, we can get people's whatever we want. So we've been the primary beneficiary of the system, and now the system is crumbling right in front of our faces, and the world's becoming, both separated. And so what does that mean? Well, that means that, we're going to have a lot more crashes coming. This time is different. This time is different because if this crisis doesn't stop in Europe, which doesn't look like it, we're giving, Ukraine over $8 billion. Holy moly. Okay, our streets in America are jacked up. Now there's homelessness everywhere. People are struggling. Gas prices, food prices, rent prices, asset prices, and so on. Okay, all have increased. Inflation all-time high, but we have $8 billion to, create wars in other countries that most people didn't even know what that country was just a year ago. Now we're in a situation where we're once again fanning, pushing, investigating for another war, at a different country. And those two countries are actually buddies, China and Russia. So it just looks like, we're getting ready for something very, very kinetic, very, very ugly, very, very sad. And unfortunately, I believe, in my opinion, that we're the guys that get everyone hyped up to go to this stuff because some powers to be here benefit from massive destruction all over the world, including you know here because I can't tell you where I moved. I see so many vets missing their arms, missing their legs, young people, old people, and it just drives me nuts that some politician put them there. Now they're coming home with some limbs missing, and those are the lucky ones. The other ones are coming back in body bags, which is very very sad. But for nothing. In my opinion, it's just nothing. So now, what does that mean for the stock market? Well, the Fed can do whatever they want. They can pull these levers all they want. If these conflicts do not resolve, then we're not going to have stuff in the shelves. I mean, when we get into physical contact with China, I doubt they're going to send their container ships full of goodies, stuff that we use at Walmart, that we use at every store you could imagine, from your tires to whatever. And same thing's happening with Russia. We can see that as a historical fact. Russia has cut off gas to so many European states as I'm speaking. So, this is not something that I'm saying. As America has used the dollar as a weapon, well, guess what? Other people are going to use their, natural resources or their factories as a weapon too. So we have to realize that, hey, it's better to trade with people and get along with people versus like getting your dukes up, right? Because there's no winners in that, right? Everyone takes a loss. And sometimes, you got to stand your ground and take those losses. But, when you're talking about nuclear annihilation of mankind, it just doesn't make sense for me that we should do that because we're wiping out all the planet, all the animals, all this, just for some simple stuff, okay? Where we could have just allowed the trade to happen, figure out a better way to create a fair trade, as some people claim. But I think that, we're the primary beneficiary of any kind of trade because we're printing the money. It's not backed by gold, it's not backed by oil, it's not backed by natural resources, just through a printing press. And this last economic, 2020, when we had bug 19, so much printing has caused the world economic crisis. Believe it or not, our printing in America has caused the world economic crisis. And people are going to say, oh, you're crazy, Mike. But think about it. Everyone is using or holding our dollars. As we dilute that, they're going to need more of those dollars to buy whatever product they need. That's one of the reasons that, we are causing the inflation. The other is because, all the wars we're creating, all the friction we're creating, some people benefit from NATO, people joining NATO and buying weapons from them, and other people in the same country were going to lose their limbs. So that's what I'm trying to get to. Some people are going to lose their limbs, some people are going to make some money. So I just think it's unethical for people to lose their limbs, their brothers and sisters, where other people make money. But I don't know, guys. Some people say I'm nuts, and that's cool with me, okay? So what's going to happen to the stock market, in my opinion? Well, I think, again, I've been saying this since 2016, that we're going to see a big crash. The 2006 crash, 2007 crash was just, should have been the main one. They patched it up, but, that is a lot more. And I think that we're going to come more off. I believe that, not financial advice. I'm not a, CPA. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a YouTuber. But in my own personal opinion, I think stock's going to go down more. Real estate's going to go down more. Bitcoin's going to go down more. And there's a lot more pain coming. Not only are these assets are going to go down more, if things don't cool off, there's not going to be products in your shelves at your local store. Thank you guys for clicking the like button. Thanks for being here. Don't take no for an answer. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. Romy. Thank you. And don't forget to check out my website, my real estate dojo. Peace.
Real quick, download my free book, Real Estate Investing for Beginners, the ultimate starter guide at myrealestatedojo.com, where I teach you how to find motivated sellers, buy their homes at a deep discount, and then have the seller become your own private bank. Subject to, get it now. One more thing, if you're looking for private one-on-one help when it comes to real estate investing, then consider joining my academy where you sit down with me one-on-one. 2, you get monthly coaching. 3, you get access to my best-selling courses. 4, you get access to my video library, and then the list goes on, for just $97 a month. Join me now at MrNoFluFF.com. Lastly, the best 6-figure side hustle, bicycle flipping. Want to see how? Here's a behind-the-scene video how I did it. Go to thebestsidehustle.mrnofluff.com. Now let's get back to the content.